I'm dropping the hammer.
No, you're not.
It's under Rowdy's time.
Well, it might have been better if he cracked up the car.
You were unlucky son of a bitch in that tunnel turn, because that car was way out of shape.
Well, you think it was luck? Let's do it again.
You run good?
Thank you.
Now go get your own car. We'll see how you do in a crowd.
Hello again, John Miller here. I'm making this video because when I first started the iRacing service, I had no intentions of oval racing. But as time went on, it piqued my curiosity. I was much like Cole Trickle, where I thought it wasn't a big deal. I was fast by myself in testing and practice.
There's nothing I can't do with a race car.
You know, within a half or 3/4 of a second of hot shoes times. But once I got out onto the practice track with other folks, banging fenders, and then when I started racing, it was a rude awakening for me. So I'm going to go over a couple things in this video that were extremely helpful, and also the importance of having a microphone and when to use it. Okay, you're in the heat of battle, and you see a car blink like that. What do? What does it mean? The car in front of you is lagging, and they warp or blink. Give them plenty of room, or get up on that wheel and pass them as fast as you can, because this might happen to you. Now right here, if I was right up on that wheel, I could have just snuck under and kept on going, or if I was giving them plenty of room, I could have lagged even further back and avoided the wreck, but I was right in between, and I didn't react fast enough. After that, I was fired up because my car was a junk pile. I was a half second off the pace, and for about 25 laps, I ended up blocking a lot of people, and it caused this to happen. No fault to him, but leave your testosterone out of the car before you get in. Get a microphone because it makes the game just that much better, and it's an inexpensive improvement in your experience without downloading more content for $15 to $20 or $25. You can chat with your fellow racers. You can ask setup questions in practice sessions. Most importantly, you can make notifications, meaning you're entering or exiting the pits. Or if your car is gimping, you can let the individual know behind you where to pass you. Once the race starts and you grid, say your good lucks and shut your grocery hole, because the more you talk, or if there's a chatterbox in the race, the majority of people will just turn their microphones down so they can't hear anyone transmitting. That's bad because you won't be able to notify people to go high or low if you're entering or exiting the pits, or if your car's a junk pile and you're just rim riding. So, shut your trap. Unless you're in practice or in warm-up, then talk as much as you want and have a good time. Ask setup questions. It really makes the game that much better and more personal because you can say hi, you recognize people's voices. That's the wrong way, of course, to exit the pits at any track. I went blazing out of my pit stall, weaving across both lanes, jumped right out into turn one with reckless abandon, just burning the tires. If you do things like that, it's going to make veterans really upset with you. That doesn't mean you can't give her the hot lunch when you leave the pits. Just keep in mind, there is the blend line, and of course the entire lane all the way through turns 1 and 2, and a nice place to merge on the back straightaway. Of course, give a shout out when you're leaving the pits and you're about to merge into the back straightaway. It's a nice thing to do, and it's a great way to use your microphone. Pro tip as you're entering the pits, especially transitioning off banking, don't downshift. Keep it in a tall gear, just about right till your speed limit. That way you won't get any wheel hop or severe engine braking, and you won't do this. When a vehicle is in its pit box, you can drive through it and entrance or exit. Once they are moving in the 2 lanes, you do get incident points should you bump them. Black box in your right-hand corner can be used to see where you are in the race, what your best lap time is, and how many laps there are to go. Of course, the most important one is F3, or the relative black box. It's important because you can see how fast you're gaining on the individual in front of you, or how fast the individual behind you is gaining on you. I have the relative box mapped to a button on my wheel. Should I decide to look at other black boxes, I have 2 buttons that allow me to scroll back and forth through them. These boxes are important once you get up to the truck series and above, as pit strategy starts to play a role towards the end of races. The tire info box is essentially looking at your tires after you made the pit stop. The guys in the pits take out their heat guns and their pyrometers and whatnot and look over your tires so you can see how much you've been ham-fisting your tires, what your temps are, what your camber needs to be adjusted to, and air pressures.
No, I mean, I really don't know. I don't know what you just said about a turn here and wedge there. I don't know. I don't know.
How could that be?
What's the difference? They told me to get in the car and drive, and I could drive. The point is, I'd like to help out, but I can't. I'm an idiot. I don't have the vocabulary.
Well, then we're just gonna have to figure one out, aren't we? Don't worry about it. All right?
We don't have Harry Hogg at our side all the time, but I'm going to throw a couple guys under the bus. Mark Creighton with his Stinger chassis late model setups and his knowledge is over the top. He posts all his setups in the forums, and if you're in a practice session or in a warm-up of a race, he's very helpful. Mark Carpenter is that. He's also got modified setups, and he has his own website, and he'll point you in the right direction there. The first website I have here has all the vocabulary and knowledge you could ever imagine when it comes to oval racing and sim racing. It's an excellent resource, and I recommend doing a few bits at a time because it's a lot to take in. The second website is a nice tool that has some individual applications in there where you can enter in tire temperatures, camber, enter in your handling characteristics, and it'll help you with your setup as far as adjustments that need to be made, even down to car-specific items. That's all for now because YouTube's not going to give me much more room. See you next time.